and then was all at sea with frame number 2. And had a mighty open frame. Then it's back on Caminsky now to double up.
10 pin left, and I guess if one pin is going to be left more often than the others, it tends to be the 10.
Well, it is with the right-handers, yes. They, if they don't quite make the pocket flush, or they're just a little bit slow, a little bit light, that 10 pin stands up, the 6 pin jumps around it, lays flat in the gutter, doesn't take it out. So, hard spare ball, straight across the lane, and that's the way we like to see spares taken by the top professional players.
No open frames then for Caminsky. Camo there, just kicking himself, because that's the golden rule. If your opponent leaves it open, you strike. Well, he looks in good shape to me. I think he's lost a few pounds cast from last year. He's put on a bit more muscle, and Camo bowling well, and he's going to have to against this young Finnish player. And Palermaa, as you said, Cass, is all at sea at the moment on this lane after that cracking opening shot.
Did I say that? Well, let's see. He's left himself the 2 and the 8 pin sleeper, which is a tricky little spare. Again, out of the pocket with this high rotating ball, lots of hook, and it doesn't break the pins up. It leaves something awkward. So he's got to settle himself down now. Hopefully he can take these away, which he does very nicely.
And the trouble is, over just 2 games, there's not a lot of time to make adjustments, and if you do make an adjustment and it's wrong, you're finished.
Well, he certainly is finished, and sorry. Caminsky now working on a spare. Let's see the spare of Palermaa covering the back pin there. That's the way to do it.
Caminsky just positioning those fingers in the ball in that familiar pre-shot routine. Good pocket hit, but 10 pin left again.
No, that's okay. It's a 10 pin in the corner. He'll make that spare, no trouble. He was looking for the strike again. He was just probably a fraction light. Sort of half pocket. Didn't quite bury it in there. Got the rotation on the ball. Just a fraction light. That's what a 10 pin standing. And hopefully take this one away, no trouble. Just extend his small lead. He's going to take the spare yet again.
Palermaa pick his game up. Been desperate to see this young man bowl. Heard all about him from all the other Finnish bowlers that have come to this tournament over the years. They've been talking about him now for 3 or 4 years. That's how things stand so far. That's the maximum still available if they strike from here on. And if they do, that's great bowling. Palermaa then to try and repair some of the damage. Super stuff. Nice strike. And there is such a rich history in Finland for bowlers of this calibre.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Treated as national heroes and top sportsmen. 10 pin bowlers in Finland, well, right through Scandinavia, as we're aware. But yeah, great looking shot there from Osku. His second strike of the game in frame number 4. But at the moment, it's Caminsky, the man that's clean and staying clean.
Good work. This time he cleans out the 10 pin. That was the one that was giving him a few problems, the back right hand pin, as we look at the frame.
Yeah, nice shot up into the 1-3 pocket. A little bit soft compared to Osku. The shot of Guy is actually quite soft, but he's carried the pins out. He's looking quite relaxed there. Obviously wants to get just locked in, play his own game, and beat the lane. And if you can beat the lane, as I said, you should be able to beat your opponent. Osku, the 2-hander, makes himself a double. That's much better.
Good work. 2 in a row then for Osku Palermaa. And Caminsky now will start to feel a bit of the pressure. He wants to turn this strike into a double if he can.
Yeah, small lead of 13 pins. As you say, Caminsky looking for a double here. Buries those fingers deep into the ball, takes his time. Nice deep breath. Push away and away he goes. Nice deep knee bend. Looking for 10. Ooh, dear. We call that a bit of a flower power shot. A little bit high through the head pin, and they didn't mix up properly, but they all fell over. We'll have an interesting little look at this on the replay. The most important thing is a double for Caminsky. So he holds the leads just inside on 15 ball, third arrow, and that's high on the head pin and trips the 4 and the 9 by the look of it. And that counts as 10. Great shot. He'll be very happy with that.
Palermaa then looking for a turkey. Lists Norm Duke, one of Chris Barnes' contemporaries, as his favourite bowler of all time. But for a two-handed bowler, Cass, not a lot of people to look up to.
Apart from Jason.
Great work. So it is a turkey.
Yeah, Osku now just showing his form that we've seen. He's reigning World Cup champion. Incidentally shot 2 300 games in that tournament down in Caracas late last year. Came away with the men's title. At only 23 years of age, a great feat indeed.
Caminsky then looking to equal Palermaa with a turkey of his own. 3 strikes in a row. No, it's that troublesome Tenpin.
Yeah, he just hasn't quite got the power going into the pocket, has he? It's just a little bit flat compared to Osku's ball. It's like lightning striking.
He does seem very loose, very relaxed, Caminsky. He definitely seems to be controlling how he's throwing the ball. And in previous years, Cass, we've seen Caminsky just rip it every single time. He's very like Tim Mack in that respect, but he seems to be playing with control here.
Well, he knows he's up against a tough opponent in Palermaa. Talk to himself there. Just needs to bring his A game a little bit more into focus. Be able to kick that Tenpin out.
So Palermaa frames 2 and 3 were just a bit shaky. An open frame in 2. Then an 8 spare in 3. But now he's back online. And very much like Chris Barnes has just ridden the storm and made his changes. Yeah, he liked that. You heard him say before it hit, good.
Palermaa 4 strikes in a row, and just takes the lead now. You see that unique style. Deep inside line, lots of rotation. Actually bowls with 2 fingers in the ball, but no thumb. So it's almost sort of a palm shot with those 2 hands.
There's his stats so far. Well, that 1 open frame will be nagging at him, but the 5 strikes have more than repaired it. Oh dear, Guy. Through the 3 pin. He seems to be losing pace and rotation even this early on in the match.
I'm just wondering whether he's feeling the pressure. Anybody that comes up against Osku Palermaa is going to feel, well, he's a real high roller. He's got lots of strikes in him. And I just haven't quite managed to kick those 10 pins out. That's a big open